Michael Fallon's weasel words threatening Boeing about mod contracts report, 28 September, following the trade tariffs being placed on Bombardier aircraft report, 26 September are pathetic. His government since 2010 has placed order after order after order with Boeing for helicopters, when they could have been made under license in the UK, keeping British aerospace workers in a job. His incompetent government scrapped £4 billion worth of BAE Nimrod submarine hunters in 2010. After a Russian periscope was spotted off the Fallon nuclear facility in 2012, they then ordered £3 billion worth of inferior Boeing P-8s. This deal has no substantial UK offset, doesn't use Uxorst arms, and wasn't hedged against currency movements. The icing on the cake is that these Boeings can't even be refueled in the air by the RAF. According to Unite the Union, by 2020 a quarter of the UK's defence budget will be spent in the US, mainly because it's the ideological choice of the Tories to buy off-the-shelf US kit rather than UK hardware. We are losing the ability to produce our own defense hardware. Another irony is that he threatens a trade war against the very country his government is desperate to do a trade deal with after the EU referendum. He would be better off getting David Davis engaging with the EU, as we'd have more success together against the US with our European allies than on our own. If Fallon is sincere about UK aerospace jobs, he would commit to join with France and Germany in developing a manned sixth-generation European fighter jet, order new BAE Hawks to replace ones the Red Arrows currently fly that are due to go out of service in 2018, ensure that any orders given to Boeing for helicopters are made under license in the UK and use Rolls-Royce engines and UK avionics as well. Finally, he could also help to ensure that Airbus UK is not penalized with tariffs and regulations when we leave the EU. We need deeds, not words. Alan Quinn, Manchester. One of the best examples to illustrate the double standards being applied regarding US criticism of the state subsidies supporting Bombardier is that of the Boeing 747. The project was originally planned as a military aircraft. The research, design, technology, construction and manufacture of prototype components was totally subsidized by the US government. On completion, all this was simply transferred to the civil production arm of Boeing and industrially manufactured and marketed as the Boeing 747 and later 8 Intercontinental Jumbo Jet. It was then bought by and freely traded to airlines across the world. Ronald Fairfax Hull. If Sir Michael Fallon actually failed to continue the Boeing mod contracts, the results after a few days would be the grounding of 3 of the armed forces' most important aerospace assets, the C-17 Globemaster III Apache and Chinook helicopters. Boeing is providing through its contracts the required logistic support to keep these aircraft and helicopters operating. It is unfortunate that David Cameron appointed a political hack with no prior military experience to the post of Defense Minister. George Louis Brackley, Northamptonshire. Join the debate. Email guardian.letters@theguardian.com. Read more Guardian letters. Click here to visit goo.com letters.